Okay. What's happening, good people? L.A.R movement still moving. Um, Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. As usual, right? The link will be in the description box below, right? So, first and foremost, what's up, anti-gravity? I'm just trying to get it together first and foremost. Um, there we go. There we go. So, it's raining like a mug out here. So, I'm going to chill out. But the title of this live stream is, what's the price of betterment, the price of being better? What is the true cost? And talking to friends and family, and then coming across people on a regular day basis, I see people have a thing where they want to be. Everybody wants to be better and get better, but few people want to actually pay for it. And sometimes I'm talking monetarily, and sometimes I'm just talking in time and effort. So I'm gonna lay out what I've seen and experienced in my time to be the cost of being better, right? Or getting better. First and foremost, I went to the doctor, got my physical and all that, passed my age test. I got a 65, that type of stuff. But I got high cholesterol because I eat the hell out of shrimp. I ain't gonna lie, I know it. But I had to go get some damn medication to lower my cholesterol. I didn't want to take that shit, but got the lowest dose, right? And before I agreed with my doctor to do it, because I've been having high cholesterol for years. It ain't that bad, but too high. But the one thing he was like, you got to do something about this. I'm like, okay. And part of me was just being selfish because I figured I could do it with my diet, but I never gave up shrimp. And the other part was like, man, I got to go buy these damn pills. Man, how much is this going to cost? Nah, I go to the pharmacy and I got insurance and all that, but the bottle of pills cost $2.13. Now I was tripping all this time for $2.13 because I was trying to be cheap. I probably could have kicked this a long time ago and I had to worry about pills no more, but I was acting like a damn idiot over $2.13. So this is where I'm about to go with this. First and foremost is food. What does it really cost you to better yourself, to be a healthier individual? And a lot of people don't want to really say what it costs. I'm about to get into it because I actually eat very healthy. I actually do. And I would talk to my friends and my family, and I know some friends that are trainers and whatnot, and people that are vegans, and I've been a vegetarian before. And people would say, man, eating right costs too much. And me being me, I splurge sometimes on junk food. I don't really eat fast food, but from time to time I will. And when people tell me it costs too much to eat healthy, I look at them like they crazy, because I'm gonna tell you why. When I went to the grocery store today, I bought some peppers, some onions, some mushrooms, some swordfish steaks. I forgot the name of this other fish that I bought, but a pineapple, a watermelon. Now I bought a big ass pack of cookies from the bakery, but that's not the point. But 20 something bucks. I know I'm missing a few other items though. I know that, because I got green beans, carrots, all that other stuff. The point I'm about to make is this. When I go buy food, it doesn't cost that much. So the cost of eating better isn't some exorbitant amount. I've said this in videos before. You could buy bunch spinach for $1.58 where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? Bananas are 48 cents a pound. You know, I buy grapes because I eat grapes all the time. I bought them for $1.50 a pound. Now, when I went to McDonald's, it cost me damn near $8 to get a chicken chicken sandwich, fries, and a drink. I could have bought a whole fucking chicken, a whole bag of potatoes, and a few drinks for less than that. And I know because I cook whole chickens. I'll stuff them with jalapeno cornbread. Real talk. Grapes are good for the heart. I just like the taste, but I ain't gonna lie. You know, my coworkers will tell you that grapes include Hennessy, but that's a whole nother story. But even getting into that, like this, I got a habit. I don't do it as much anymore, but this cigars, you don't know how much this little thing right here, I think this set me back like $25. And ironically, I'm probably gonna give it to a coworker tomorrow. That costs damn near more than my groceries today. But if you want to be better and live better, you got to know what's up. You get what I'm saying? You got to know what's up. The reason I'm getting into this is because everybody wants to. Society is overweight, and sometimes our women, yeah, they saving the cigarettes, but whoo, boy, it took a few days to get the smell out the house. But true. Well, you know, the crazy part about it is a lot of people are overweight. They're overweight. And they're not overweight because they're just naturally big. They're overweight because they like eating things that they feel taste great. You know what I'm saying? Shut up! So now you're eating this stuff. And you're saying, you know, I don't like this food, that food. Bullshit. Hold up. I'm about to get to that informing people. I'm about to get to that, fam. Because like me tonight, when I get off of this thing, I got this big ass skillet pan, right? I'm gonna take these fish, I'm gonna season them, marinate them for a minute. I got some sliced mushrooms. I'm gonna slice up some carrots. I got some green beans, and the green beans are like 98 cents a pound, but they are real green beans, not the kind in the can. Snap them joints up, season them, put it all in the pan, you know, season everything up, stuff it in the oven for like 25 minutes. I got enough food for 2 days because for the day and leftovers, right? And that's eating healthy. And when my friends would come over and some of my family would come over, they would see the actual cost of eating good. They would actually see the cost of it. And then they'd be like, yo, it ain't that bad. Like, no, it's not. You know, I'm not out here buying, I need almond milk and super this and that and organic this. Let me tell you something. If it got seeds in it, it's real. So the only thing about organic food sometimes is the price. They made up that damn price. You can plant that shit in your backyard. By the way, I'm about to get into that too. In my backyard right now, I cut the grass today, edge the yard, after I left the gym, before and went to the grocery store. In my backyard, I have an orange tree and a plum tree. Had the orange tree for about 5-6 years. The plum tree, this is my second one. My first one actually died. It was a harsh winter, killed the tree, whatever. But I got pots. So in the pot, I got some green onions, and next to them, I got some mint. I don't ever buy green onions anymore because I got them in the pot. They grow. All you gotta do is clip off the top, water it, and leave. Take that top off, chop that up, put that in your stuff, seasoning. It is what it is. Tara, man, what's good with you? Glad to see you back, man. I was looking for your channel for a minute. I found it though. I'm subscribed. But I chopped that up. The mint I bought for like $4 or $5. Put that joint in the pot. It grows. So I could use mint every time I can make my own green teas and just add mint. Bam. The cost is cheap. And when you want to be a better person or eat better, you got to understand that, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily about what you, it's more about what you like than what you're willing to pay for. You know, it really is. I already know you two some haters. I don't even worry about it. I don't even worry about it. You know, sweet potatoes. That's what I was thinking about. I got sweet potatoes in there, like 88 cents a pound. You know, people we gotta break out of this mode to thinking it costs us to be better people. It does sometimes, honestly, in this society right now, it costs you less to make yourself better in all aspects. But we're not investing in ourselves with a long-term mindset. We're investing in ourselves with a short-term mindset. And what I mean by that is, if you eat better, you'll find out if you're buying produce, you're gonna go to the grocery store a couple of days a week because produce goes bad. But the thing about it is, it'll force you to eat what you bought and learn how to cook what you bought and season what you bought properly. And everything shouldn't be in the freezer. Everything shouldn't be in the freezer. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, the reason I'm saying that is because once you start cooking things, you're active, you're moving. You know, you're not eating food that cooks so fast, because food that cooks so fast makes you overweight or sick over time because it is not really the proper way to make things. So, loaded with sodium and all kind of other stuff, right? It saves you time in the long run. You got leftovers. And if you season good, like me, because I was born in New Orleans, we know how to do it with Zam with you, baby. The food tastes better the next day. Like I literally got some red beans in the thing and some rice. I'm gonna make it from red beans and rice. You cook them one day, you eat them for 3 days. And if you and I'll be making big ass pots. So honestly, I don't really have to cook red beans next week at all because I still have some in the freezer. See, eating better doesn't cost that much because I can really just cook some rice, take my beans out of the freezer, put them in the microwave, bam, bam, beans, rice, done. Because I already took care of the meal prior. Now, I'm saying this to move on to exercise. Because if you eat better, you feel better, but then you got to work out now. You know, you really got to work out. Vaporizers? Uh-oh. Man, I ain't even, my friends on them vapes. I ain't even gonna talk about that. But the crazy thing about it is I got a gym membership. I go to the gym every day. Every day. Like I went this morning. Like I gotta be at work at 7 a.m. Right? I wake up at 5 and go to the gym. Q, what's up, man? What? I like what you're doing, Q. You're gonna get them subscribers back. You know, you're gonna get them subscribers back. But I go to the gym every day. Today I lift weights, abs. Tomorrow I'm gonna run, cardio, run, bike, stairmaster, abs. So I just offset one day to the next. I do this at 5 in the morning. By the time, and I don't live that far from the gym or my job, so I hit the gym, take a shower in the gym, put on my work clothes, get to work. And I might work tomorrow from like 7 to 5, 6:30, something like that, right? But that's a gym membership that costs me 20, 30 bucks a month because it's like 25 fitness. But the only reason it costs me 30 because I have the little thing for my son to go and he could be in a child thing. And there's another gym that's like $10 a month, you know, if it's just you as a person. So if you use your gym membership and you use it properly and just go work out on a regular basis, which the time of it is just an hour. My workouts only an hour. 7 days a week, an hour, early in the morning. So once I'm done, for $30 a month, I work out 7 days a week, rain, hail, sleet, snow. I just turned 38 a week ago. And sometimes people don't believe it. The buffering bad. It's raining out here, Q. So I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or what, but just let me know if you hit the one or something if when it's back and you can understand me. Just let me know that. But and I've learned over time it's certain exercise you do, certain things that you do to keep your body functional. I used to be a sprinter. I used to play football. Okay, cool. I used to wrestle. Now, to be perfectly honest, I've said this before in videos. One of the sports that'll keep you the youngest is boxing. In all honesty, boxing. For those people who don't like doing cardio and running, you could box. Boxer, that can actually you're gonna keep your weight down. You're gonna learn a useful skill if you have to defend yourself. It's fun, because the routine always changes. I wouldn't advise all of y'all to spar because some of y'all probably don't want to get hit. But the routines and the combinations and the hand-eye coordination, that helps you in the long run. I know y'all see boxers who are professional boxers. They have, they may be punch drunk as they're older, but the people who are great, who fight or who get out early, or people who just do it for recreation, they all look young. As a matter of fact, I can think of Shamar Moore been boxing for years. Curtis Martin, when his knees, because he can't run. Curtis Martin is like one of my favorite football players of all time. He was a running back for the Jets. That's what people know him. Drafted by the Patriots for the Jets, like number 4 all-time rushing. Anyways, but he got into boxing because he couldn't run as much anymore. And he still looks like same dude that retired like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff helps you. And I don't ever really use my my medical insurance because I'm, for the most part, healthy. Like, I don't get sick that much. If I do get sick, it comes and it goes. And I don't go to the hospital. I don't have like knee problems. I got a back problem right now because I got in a car wreck. But even I'm healing from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all can see it, but I still got the little scar part on my face. I don't think that's going nowhere, but it is what it is. But exercise, if you take advantage of it, is great. Like me personally, the only reason I will go run outside. So running outside is free. You don't have to do anything for that. When I was in college, I played sports, so that was one thing. When I was in an apartment complex years ago, I used the apartment complex gym. I didn't have to spend my money. There were times where I could just do push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, and run around my apartment complex. That didn't cost me anything, but I felt great. You know what I'm saying? You go to the park, find some friends, play some sports or whatever, play some basketball on the weekends, maybe join a flag football team. That's what some of the girls that I used to know did to stay in shape. They just hook up, play flag football. It worked. It kept the weight down. And a lot of times people don't want to admit this, but that's the cost that it has. The cost is you're going to have to get up off your behind. You really just going to have to get up off your butt and move. And ironically, you feel great. I don't do the apple cider vinegar thing. I don't like, people clean their house with vinegar. So I'm like, I ain't drinking that, I know people who do it. That's just not my thing. I'm just like, I drink a lot of water. Like, I drink a lot of water. As a matter of fact, water. I also do that like at work when I'm at lunch. I'll buy like 1.5 liters of water. It's like 99 cents. But the whole gallon of water, spring water, 68 cents. Right? And I got about 4 or 5 of them in my pantry. And I do that too. I do mix stuff with fruit. I'm not gonna lie, I don't do the apple cider vinegar, but I do mix things with fruit. That's the thing. You gotta be creative about this stuff because it's gonna help you more than it hurts you in the long run. Because I remember I was in the gym and it's this guy from Jamaica. This man is about 58. This man looked like he can be a cornerback, safety, or running back in the NFL. Seriously, like real talk. Man, O'Shea, man, what's happening? Thanks, fam. You know it's all love. Let me know if you need me later. I'm in the crib. I might have a little company tonight, so I'll just get at me if you need me. But that's the thing. Hold up for a second. I can tell you what to do, Q. I ain't gonna front. Like, I'll tell you quick. The only reason I go at 5 a.m. is because after my work day, everything's over. Okay, I got you in an hour. I'll be done by then. I'll pack my bag. Like tonight, I got 2 workout bags. I had 2 cars. My other car I told her I'm gonna get another, whatever. But at night, I put my clothes, my towels, and my workout bag, cologne, deodorant, all that stuff, right? Set the alarm for 5 a.m. Get up, brush my teeth, make up my bed, grab the bag, get in the car, hit to the gym. Me personally, like this morning, I had a workout where I did incline bench because I do what they call like supersets, right? So I do incline bench, a set of incline bench. I'll do a set of sit-ups when I'm done with the bench. No, I'll take that back. I do an incline bench first. I take the dumbbells of 45 pounds and do the lean things for your obliques. I do a set on each side. Then I do sit-ups. Then I do like maybe a minute round of shadow boxing. And I do that 3 times. And once I do that, and I'm done with those 4, I'll go, like today I did back extensions, a set of back extensions, a set of shoulder raises on a thing, and a set of curls. And I got done with that. Like I did that 3 times. And then I move on to legs. And I do a set of calf raises, and I did a set of leg extensions. And I was done with that. And then I went to the back of the gym, and I did 800. Like I always do like 800 sit-ups. And some people go, what the fuck? And it's easy. I do 8 different sets of 100. So that way I do a set of 100 flat on my back. Then I'll do a set of 100 in sit-up position. Then I do a set of 100 in crunches. Then I do a set of 100, but put one leg up, one side, other leg up, the other side, but 50 to each side, right? Then I do a set of 100 with laying on my back doing those little flutter kicks. Then a set of 100 from side to side, crunches. I lay on my back and flat on my back, not flat, but like in the sit-up position. And you got to try to reach to touch your toes while you're on your back. I do that for 100. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing. And then I do 50 on my right side, 50 on my left side. Done. Then I stretch and I get out of there. And I literally can tell you that takes 45 minutes to an hour every time, no matter how many different exercises I do. When I do it that way, 45 minutes to an hour. And if you really want to be, and I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, the only reason I'm not as strong as I once was is because of that car wreck. Because honestly, because of that, I was on regular bench press, I was doing sets of 225 20 times. Now I'm 5'8", 160 pounds. I've always been stronger than I'm supposed to be. But, I got up. Shoot, I might, Q. I'll talk about it a little bit. But I learned how to do that. Like for any man who wants to get stronger and get your bench up, right? I couldn't do 225. So what I did was I couldn't do it a set of 10. So I first started by doing, I wanted to see if I can get it up. This was back in the day. And I could get it up, and I could get it up 5 times clean. That's how I started, 5 times. And what I did was I said, well, if I can get it up 5 times, I'm going to do 5 sets of 5. So I was doing 5 sets of 5 with 225. And then I made it 6 sets of 5. So I got to 30 because, you know, on a regular bench, they say 3 sets of 10. That's how you do bench, right? So when I got to 6 sets of 5, I inverted it and made it 5 sets of 6. Then I went, then I wound up doing 5 sets of 7. Then I wound up doing 5 sets of 8. And when I got to 5 sets of 8, I shortened that joint. And because that's 40. So I went to 4 sets of 9. And then I wound up doing 4 sets of 10. You get what I'm saying? And because I was doing 4 sets of 10, I decided to, let me see what I could really do. So I started doing 4 sets of 12. Then I said, okay, that's damn near 50. So let me do 3 sets of 15. And I got to 3 sets of 15, and that got easy. So then I started doing 3 sets of 20. And that took me that was like an 8-month process. But it helped me physically. Like, it really did help me physically. Because ironically, from playing sports, this shoulder was separated 22 years ago, some shit like that. But it's a first grade separation. I didn't do anything with it, but it would get stiff at times. So once I got that, my shoulder was just back to normal. And then that's when I started incorporating boxing, because I couldn't really throw a hook because my shoulder wasn't right. So I started just shadow boxing, and then I could put my legs into it and everything, and then arms work just fine. You're stretching because you're gonna need that after a while. And it helped me a lot. It really helped me a lot. So one of the things about that, why I'm saying this partially, is because it's a cost to Betterment. You know, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel more confident. And I'm gonna get to this part of it. It changed the way I wore clothes. Like, my little cousin is into fashion. I'm not really into fashion like that. I got a lot of nice shit, but I don't wear that shit. But I'm getting back to doing it. But he used to be insecure about how he looked in his clothes because he was out of shape, right? And it would cost him money because if he gained weight, he had to buy more clothes. If he lose weight, he'd already got rid of the clothes that he had when he gained weight. So now he got to start from scratch, right? So the cost of Betterment, if you eat right and you exercise, you can always expand your wardrobe. Your feet may never change because once you're growing, that's your shoe size. But your clothing, you can pick. Now you can actually add to your wardrobe. Pick up a piece here, pick up a piece there. Like, why I said I have a lot of clothes, because over the years I was able to just pick up a piece here, pick up a piece there, because I was always the same size. I've always been basically I've been the same waist for at least a decade. And I've always wore large shirts. You know, when I was benching a lot, I kind of got extra large, but I started looking like in the 90s videos when you had big ass shirts. That didn't work for me, right? Oh shit. But now it helps fashion, because now my suits fit. My dress shirts, you know, I don't have that extra thing. And my little cousin became a vegetarian, so now he feels good about himself, because he's one of them types that he got to feel good about himself before he go outside in the mirror. Me personally, I don't give a damn. But when it's time to dress up, everything feels right. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? And once you get there, like I know now from all those years of the brands that I can wear and that fit on me. So I don't have to waste money trying a different style, because I think it's nice when I know certain brands fit on me perfectly. Like it just fit. I never have a problem. Like, and what I mean by that is it's 2017. To this day, if I buy a pair of Calvin Klein jeans in my size, regular fit, I can wear them joints like nothing. I can wear the same ones every freaking day. No problems, ever. You know, same things with certain shirt brands, certain shoes, you know, dress shoes, I mean. And I've learned this over time that when you're able to relatively stay in the same ballpark as far as your weight and size is concerned, then you can experiment and get better with the clothes you wear. Because like I got some sweaters, some cardigans, I got some dress shirts, you know, I like ties, I like slim fit ties, and the bow ties. I got the little clips and everything. And I don't even wear this stuff that much. I got slacks, and I say this because the cost of being better is once you invest in yourself, it actually trickles down into other things in your life. Because now you don't have to, if you're eating right, you're feeling better. You exercising, you looking better. You putting on the clothes, now you're probably getting the reactions that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You feeling yourself. You're probably more confident. So this is the call. When you do these things, this is the payoff when you go out in public. When you're on your job, you kind of notice, like, you know, sometimes the way you take care of yourself carries over to how your employer or the people who frequent your business see you, and they come back. If they like, oh, they got it together, I could follow their lead. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you got it together, oh, we're gonna promote this person because obviously the way that they treat themselves and handle their business and treat this occupation says a lot about them, and we want people to follow suit into that. Like ironically, when I really got into eating properly and fitness, Donnell, I appreciate that. You know, Gadget, I'm not a vegetarian anymore. I don't know, but I just like shrimp too much. I'm just not gonna lie to you about that. But the thing about it, let me get back to this part. But the thing about that is, even on my job, I went through a point where I was trying to transform my body. I wanted to get stronger, naturally knowing I was probably gonna get a little bit bigger, and then I wanted to cut some of that weight, right? To get to a more agile state. And I did that. And when I did that, my coworkers started working out more. They started asking me questions, and they started, oh, you can eat that? That's what you're doing? Yep. And more and more of my coworkers started eating healthy, exercising, losing weight. And now I can see some of my coworkers at work on Facebook feeling themselves. They're like, we back. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because self-improvement gets contagious. It really does. Like, it really gets contagious, because if you see somebody do it and they're telling you, you know, it ain't easy, but it ain't really as difficult as you think. And then you wind up putting two and two together, and everybody's seeing how everything's flowing. And then you realize how much it actually costs you. Because to me, like I've said before, it's cheaper to improve yourself than it is to go out and make society do it. Case in point, because of the way I treat my body as far as food and exercise, and because I can wear the same clothes, I'm the same size. I don't have to spend as much on clothes. Because I could do that, when things break down in my house, I can be more of a do-it-yourself kind of guy. I have the energy to do it. I have the mental capacity to think it through. Because some people don't know, if you eat right and you exercise, it doesn't just help your body, it actually helps your mind too. It actually helps your mind. Like, you eat properly, you're gonna stay sharp. You really are. So I can still piece things together. Like, okay. Like, if I need to fix my car, I ain't got that much of a problem. If I got the tools, I could do it. I've said it before. I had to do some roofing on my house. I did it. I had to do some plumbing in my house. I did it. I had to do some electrical work in my house. I did it. If I got the tools, I can think my way through this. You know what I'm saying? So because of this type of stuff, I'm my own lawn care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that saves me money. Today I edged, like I said it earlier, I edged the yard, cut the grass after I left the gym. And that probably took me about 40 minutes, because I kind of keep it, I try to keep it a certain height. That way, and for anybody who isn't a homeowner and wants to become one, if you have a yard, what you do is, if it's a good way to actually stay in shape. For some of y'all, you get a lawnmower, you get an edger. Put your shit put your lawnmower at a certain height. Okay? So you want your grass a certain height. And cut it that height. Edge your yard that way. If you do it, say in the summertime, you do it weekly, it's not going to take you that long. But if in the summertime, if the grass grows a lot and you do it bi-weekly, it's going to take you a little bit longer. So it could take you, sometimes I've let my grass grow because I was just too busy. It's taking me hours to do the yard. If I stay on top of it, 30 minutes, 45 minutes tops, and it actually helps. It helps you physically. You break out a sweat. Even, getting in there, pulling out weeds, that actually keeps you moving, and it saves you money. Nobody else has to do it. I will get those, I still got to put mulch down too. You get those mulch bags, you pack them up, you put them down yourself, you put the mulch out. Lawn care don't have to do it. Saves you money. You got the physical work in, that could be considered a workout, really, if you want to boil down to it. And on top of that, there's a sense of pride in it. The pride that you can handle your shit. You don't need all the help that everybody else needs. And because you don't need as much help, it doesn't cost you as much money. And ironically, once you start taking care of your stuff properly, other people might start asking you for your help. And if you want to, you can help people for free, or you could charge people. So, like I said, that could put a little money in your damn pocket if you really want to do it like that. I'm just being 100 with you. So, I got to get to the bettering yourself, the cost of it in relationships. If you commit to bettering yourself, it will better your relationships. Exactly. Save $50 a month. And here it's more than 50, because they might charge you like 25 a week or some shit like that, 30 a week. So it might be anywhere from 1 to 150 a month, depending on how many weeks in a month, right? But if you commit, if you pay the cost, and bettering yourself is going to better your relationships. I'm going to tell you why. And smoking trees. when you have a better standard of yourself and you put in the work to make yourself better, that's self-love. Man, what's going on, BGS? Like I said, BGS, one of the dopest dudes. One of the dopest. I fell asleep before could get on the hangout last night. I've been doing that the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna catch you one of these weekends though, BGS. When you decide to commit to yourself and become a better person, and once I said before, once you start eating better, once you start working out, once you start feeling yourself, I guess, putting on the right clothes and having the right feeling about yourself, it's gonna affect your relationships. Because a lot of people know this already. When you see people out in public, there are certain people you want to approach people that aren't on your level sometimes. Some people are like, I ain't ready for that level yet. I need to get myself together. So if you get yourself to a higher level, you X people out that's gonna cost you time, waste your time. You can X them motherfuckers out. People are not gonna fuck with you because they're like, they doing too much. I don't want to get with a person that's that on point, that's taking care of their business like that on a regular basis. I just want to sit home and watch TV and drink beer. You be like, well, it saves you money. Ronan, Excalibur, what's popping? It saves you. That, like, if you pay the cost and bettering yourself, it saves you, because people who are coming to your life are going to be people who are just like you. Because sometimes it's going to inspire you. Oh, thanks, Shelly. It's going to inspire you. Your friends are going to become better. Like I said, self-improvement gets contagious. So if your friends see you doing better, your friends are going to want to do better. But people who mean you no good, if they see you doing better, either they're going to try to sabotage you, which separates the relationship, or they're going to step off because they don't want to do that. You know, I got friends that like drinking, right? I'm not really a drinker like that, but it's like, you ain't drinking and partying and smoking, so you want some other shit. You want to take care of yourself and be out healthy and try to do the right thing. We ain't fucking with that. So I can hang out with them when I want to drink. Like the same thing, like when it came to learning and reading books. Like, this is another habit of mine. And ironically, this book is what? I got it for like $9 at a bookstore in the mall. When you start expanding your horizons and doing different things, when you walk into somebody's home, check to see if they have books, and then check the titles of those books. It'll tell you a lot about a person. It'll tell you how much you really want to be involved in this with this person, and how much knowledge that person is able to dish out. Because if they're working on bettering themselves, they're gonna have the tools to better themselves. They're gonna have the books. They're gonna have all of the information that they need. They're gonna be online. They're not gonna be wasting their time just existing. You feel me? Because it's a cost to this. But like I said, in the long run, it's cheaper. Like my friends get in shape so they can go on vacation, right? Jamaica, we hitting it, baby. We hitting it. They work out for about a month. Get Jamaica fine, come back and be Houston basic and shit. And I'm like, why don't you just do that all year long? You complaining about not having the best life because you're not putting in the work and you're not paying the cost to have the best life that you can have. You don't have to, everybody don't have to be like a king or a millionaire. No, but if you put in the cost to make yourself better, you're gonna make your life better. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Because To this day, and I talked about this before, when I was in college, I was living out of my car at the point, but I was working to pay for school. Okay. At a certain point, that's what I had to do. So when I graduated college, my student loan debt was $3,200. Okay, because at first I had scholarships and I transferred and all that other stuff. So I paid my way after that. Right. When you pay that cost up front and you invest in yourself and you believe in yourself and you go through that turbulent period, it pays on the back end. It really does. Because I don't have, like, when I date and I talk and I'm talking to women, even at this particular stage, most women I know have student loan debts. And they look at me crazy because I don't. Because most people who went to college do, you know. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, if you can get yourself right in that pocket to put time aside, and this is the one thing I'm gonna get into is time. Most successful people have a schedule, and not one of those, not a list, not these are the things I'm gonna do today. No, they have a schedule. Like, this is when I'm gonna get up. This is where I should be by this time. This is what I should be doing by this time. They have it down packed that this is what they need to get done every day, or this is where they need to be to get stuff done every day, you know. And when you do that, it's kind of like and I learned this over time. It's kind of like the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? The rich dad worked a whole lot. He had a few jobs because he had a few businesses. But as he got older, his money was rising because of all of the work he put in when he was younger. So he worked less as he got older, but he maintained his income kept growing. It's the same with self-improvement. If you put in that work and you work when you're younger and you have the energy to do it, and you don't have to burn yourself burn yourself at both ends of the candle, but you do have to. It's gonna take a lot of effort to get the ball rolling. So once you get the ball rolling, and once you get everything going in a particular direction, and and you become a well-oiled machine, and it becomes a well-oiled machine, over time, you could do less and less because the machine working without you. This part works without you. This part works without you. This part only needs you to come in here and there. This part only needs you to come here and there. And now you can rest. Like, I see a lot of older people who can't rest. You know, and that hurts me when I see people who are grandparents' age who can't rest because the people that they're taking care of or raised didn't really try to improve themselves. They just wanted to have fun. So now you have a generation of older people taking care of kids, their kids' kids. You get what I'm saying? And that's not how it's supposed to be. What's up? What? Well, you could get digital books. Digital books are just, I mean, I don't necessarily like digital books though, because things break down. Electronics break down. Memory cards break down. I think some of those books might have a window where you just shut off on you. You know, I've had stuff in my phone before. When you get a new phone, it's not in, you know, that when I really want something, I actually buy the hard copy. I still got CDs and DVDs. You know, I ain't giving up nothing because I think digital is good, but I think for the things that are very important for you, you need a hard copy. I really do. I've always believed in that. And books change, and I like to have the older books because, you know, they try to revise these books and change the verbiage in them, and then you have like 10 years from now, some of the books I'm gonna have, they're gonna redo them again, and they're not really gonna be the same book. So I can go back to the original book and be like, see, this is what it really said. This is how they tried to change this shit to make it look good. That's why I do stuff like that. Now, back to the cost of bettering yourself. Because like I think my next little move, I'm gonna start chronicling stock trading, maybe in the next couple of months. And I'm gonna make it a journey with everybody else, so y'all can see, like, okay, this is what you can start with. This is how it goes. This is what happens. This is how much money you make. This is how you reinvest. This is how you put it back. This is how you don't splurge. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, blah, 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 right? And because if you invest, it's just like when they talk about investment in money, you make your money work for you. You know, once you make your money work for you, it frees you. And which is also the real bottom line of why I'm saying this stuff that I'm saying right now. Because when you pay the cost to better yourself, it frees you from a lot of different things. What I mean by that is you eat right and you exercise, that frees you from having to deal with disease. You don't have you're less likely to have that problem. If you do that, you're gonna probably feel better about yourself, right? And that frees you from being insecure. You feel me? When you put in the work and people see how much you love yourself to do the things that you do for yourself, it frees you from having the time to entertain losers. And it frees you from losers thinking they can talk to you, because you're on the move, and it separates winners from losers, so they can't hang out with you unless they're trying to win. You feel me? So it frees you from having excess BS people in your life. And as far as time is concerned, it frees, even when you schedule your time, once you get that well-oiled machine going, it frees you as far as enjoying time. Because to me, when you're disciplined, when you're regimented, when you have everything working on all cylinders and you're getting better by the day, you make time for people, events, things, and people start to see that you really care about them, because they know you're making time for them, and they know you're in the moment. Man, it's all good, fam. Thank you. And they know you're there for the moment, because when you do that, you start to respect time. See, time is the one thing we'll never get back. You know, I sometimes look up and realize, damn, I graduated high school 21 years ago. Wow. It's just like yesterday. And when you start to respect, when you start to better yourself, you start to respect those moments. It's bigger than the picture. The intensity of being of the relationship from one person to the next means something. You get what I'm saying? You're not just getting all dressed up just to stand there and look like you somebody. You're getting all dressed up to create a memory that can last long for other people. Yeah, old school memories, you know. Yeah, I can take that. And that's part of where the last part before I end this thing is, when you pay that cost to better yourself, you have more fun. You don't know about that music back there. You have more fun. A lot of times people just work and upset at life because they're working a job that they might not like, and they decompress, and life isn't fun for them. And I learned a long time ago, you know, you're going to have to make your dreams come true, because just because you didn't make it in one dream doesn't mean you don't have multiple dreams. You feel me? So you're going to have to make your dreams come true. Maybe you won't be a millionaire doing it. So what? But do it. You won't have any regrets. I guarantee you that you won't have any regrets. And because you won't have any regrets, you won't have that extra stuff on your head. But because you do these things, you're able to have more fun. Because you can rest at night and say, I know what I did. Because see, failure isn't really failure. Failure is really a non-existent thing. If I do something wrong, it shows me how I need to do it right tomorrow. And that's the fun part about growing and bettering yourself. Sometimes you're always in constant process. You're never stagnant. And when you're on self-improvement, you're never stagnant. Some people might feel like they're never satisfied, but you're really never stagnant. Because when you strengthen yourself to a certain point, you might meet other people who might be stronger in things that you never even thought about. And it might make you say, okay, well, let me open up to this right here. And I'm ready to go to take everything I know and go this way. And then that challenge breeds fun. The moments when you want to take a break and take a vacation, it can really be fun because you really know you earned everything. And to me, life is more fun when you earn it. Like when you earn your keep in life, it's different. Like it's really different. Like when I want to eat junk food, I'm like, I worked out 7 days a week. I earned this. I'm gonna eat these cookies. I got some cookies sitting right there. Some gourmet chocolate peppermint cookies. And I'm gonna be on them shit as soon as I get off here. Right? When I'm in my, not necessarily relationships, but when I'm dating, because I'm exercising, how can I say this? When I take off my clothes, they're happy and I'm happy. Okay. And we got nothing but time. Okay. So, and I earned it. You know, I earned being able to just go ahead and just bang, bang, bang. Anyway, okay. When it comes to if I buy things for myself or if I buy things for my child, I earned it. You know, my son doesn't know this, like, you know, at this particular point. And this is a thing I'm gonna just say, because of the way I've been going, I do things in advance. So even though I'm not getting my son a damn thing for Christmas because he's been acting bad, but for spring break, I've already planned to take him to DC, and we're going to see the African American Museum, the Smithsonian African American Museum. Because in my mind, it's not just it's a one of those parental moments that you earn when you really on top of your shit. Not just something minor. Because I remember I told you I took him to Universal Studios before. We went, had a lot of different things and experiences, but this is something different, you know, for him to actually, because he's old enough to actually see his history. And when you put everything together, and like my uncle is 60, right? And now he has a 3-year-old, and he calls him his personal trainer, because if he ain't getting in shape, little man gonna get him in shape, right? So when you put it all together, it even as a parent, it makes you're still able to move around and be vibrant enough to do all the shit you really wanted to do with your kid, or you wanted to be done with you when you were a kid. You feel me? You can have fun. Now when I go out on vacation, I can have fun. Like I ain't gotta go on vacation to escape from the world and then come back. Like I don't know how I'm gonna pay for all this shit. I gotta do all that. You know? And along the way, you get breaks. Like you're gonna take some losses in life. But when you really on that path of self-improvement, you're gonna get like increases and breaks where the wins gonna come to you because you've built the momentum. So I think the true cost is worth it. I think the true cost of self-improvement is worth it in the long run. Because honestly, just for me personally, I'm gonna continue doing everything that I'm doing, and I can honestly say, and this is weird coming from a black man in America, right? I can honestly say I think my 40s, 50s, and 60s are probably going to be the best times of my life, because I don't see myself slowing down anytime soon. And all I'm getting is smarter, stronger, not necessarily as fast as I used to be, but I'm about to get on that track and do what it do. I still got that little, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I don't think I got I used to actually run like a 4.3 40. I think I got a good 4.5 in me now. Good 4.5. Just that, you know what I'm saying? Old hamstring just don't pop off like it used to. But at the end of the day, if I was to sell anybody anything, and I hope I leave y'all with something positive, invest in yourself and pay the cost for betterment, because it's cheap. It's not as expensive as you think. It really isn't. And I forgot that Spanish saying, but I think it goes, you know, the cheap things become expensive because you have to get them over and over and over again. Pay that cost one time. You never have to pay it again. So we out, y'all. Peace.